How's it going? What's up and what's happening there? Blessed, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Crypto Bliss Show. Thank you for being here with me today. I am Kiara Cass, and I am so excited to be here with you, my special and blessed community. What's up on this wonderful Thursday today? Guys, so much energy, so much beautifulness in this space. I hope you guys are just having so much fun out there in the cryptoverse. And yeah, today I am going to be talking about Bitcoin and Bitcoin on the monthly time frame more than anything else. So stay tuned right to the very end of the video so that you get the full information that you will need to make your crypto investment the absolute best possible investment that you could have and you could make. So thanks for being here on the channel. I really do appreciate every single one of my beautiful community and subscribers. Really awesome to be here with you guys on a daily basis and just seeing the energy that comes through here. So peace to all of you, beautiful souls. Guys, let's jump straight into the cryptocurrency market cap today. We're up 0.3% in the last 24 hours at 1.221 trillion. Bitcoin is sitting at $30,630. Ethereum at $18.65. BNB at $234.78. XRP at 47 cents straight. Cardano is 27 cents. Dogecoin is 6.3. Solana at 17.48. Polkadot at 4.98. Litecoin at 84.88. Polygon at 63 cents. Avalanche at 12.70, Shiba at 7.35, so Shiba's pumped up a little bit, but not really. Chainlink at 5.95, Stellar at 10.03, and Cosmos at 9.25. So absolutely beautiful energy hanging out all there. We are currently today on the Fear and Greed Index back at 54. So we pumped from 50, I think it was 56 2 days ago. Then yesterday we went up to 62. Now we're back at 54. So we're back in the neutral territory and the neutral space. Then on the crypto bubbles, these are my bliss bubbles. So you can see here, Cult is the one that's down the most out of these bubbles. Solana's up 7.6% on the day. Dogecoin is down 4.7 and Alchemy is down 7.6. Now let's go and quickly have a look at our normal bubbles and let's see what's happening on the normal bubbles. XRD is down 17%, Synthetics is up 8.5%, Solana up 7.6%, and FTX is up 16.6%. And FTX is up 16.6% based on the fact that they might actually have somebody, another company, an institution that may be willing to come and basically buy up some of their shares in the company. So that's very interesting to see that. But other than that, the rest of the coins, you guys know what happens. You need to accumulate in the yellow and the red. Okay, so any news today? Yes, there is quite a bit of news today. Kathy Wood's ARK is reportedly first in line for a spot Bitcoin ETF. So hope you guys enjoy that because that's going to be absolutely amazing. Now, KuCoin is a crypto exchange is going to introduce mandatory KYC in July. So I use KuCoin often, and KYC is great, but it's the point of crypto is to be decentralized, but KYC is not the end of the world, guys. At the end of the day, these crypto exchanges are also trying to run their businesses and make some cash. So that's what they're doing. So some of the heavier news in the market today is Hester Peirce. U.S. crypto laws can't assume that everything is a financial asset. Securities and Exchange Commissioner, so the SEC Exchange Commissioner, Hester Peirce, discussed a possible United States crypto legal framework, giving a reminder that not all uses are financial. Okay, that's who she is. So that's pretty interesting. So Hester Peirce is dubbed the crypto mom. Appeared remotely at the Australian Blockchain Week and was asked how she would regulate crypto. Answering, I think we have to make sure that whatever regulatory framework you have doesn't just assume that everything is a financial asset. And she's so correct. Well done to the crypto mom, man. Peirce explained while crypto is thought of in very financial terms, others uses exist, such as enabling people to interact without requiring a centralized entity. That's useful in the financial context, but it's also useful in building a social media platform or anything else, she said. So protecting investors is important, but the government needs to have a good reason to prevent people from investing their own money as they choose. What? Let me say that again. protecting investors is important, but the government needs to have a good reason to prevent people from investing their own money as they choose. In other words, what she's basically saying, and she's part of the SEC, what she's basically saying is, fuck the regulatory. People who have their own hard-earned blood, sweat, and tears in cash must be able to decide they can take that money and put it wherever they want. It has nothing to do with the SEC. And in fact, the SEC has been the very reason and the very cause for a lot of people losing their money in FTX, Luna, Celsius, all of these companies, all of these companies that went bankrupt over the past year, okay, and filed for Chapter 11. So this is a powerful statement, and Pierce believes any legal framework should take a reserved approach, but include enough clarity that people feel that they can try things. She's so right, because the way that the SEC and the American government is becoming, constitution is becoming a little bit better, but basically they're the reason that crypto is busy being stifled, and choke point 2.0 is still continuing to happen because of the SEC. And isn't it ironic, like the SEC 1 month ago was basically saying, well, fuck all the retail investors like us, and all of these crypto companies, and they were basically saying, well, screw all of you, the institutions that actually we work for, okay, haven't got on the ship. They haven't got themselves on the cruise ship. So what do? They're going to list the Bitcoin ETF, spot ETF. They're going to sell the shit out of it on paper, and then they're going to buy it back up at cheap. So make sure you do not sell your Bitcoin. You only accumulate more when this happens. I'm not predicting this, but I can see it happen. And it happened when the Bitcoin futures ETF happened. Literally, that was the day that we hit the all-time high over here. Boom! On that day, boom, the market crashed straight back down, because that was the day that the Bitcoin futures ETF was listed. So that is very interesting. So let me read this one more time to you guys. Protecting investors is important, but the government needs to have a good reason to prevent people from investing their own money as they choose. And they don't have a good reason. They cannot stop us. They cannot stop me or you from taking whatever, my $100 or $100 million and buying the stock that I want to buy. It's not up to the SEC where I put my money. It's not. It's not even up to the government. Yes, they need to give us more regulatory clarity, because there's things like taxes and all of that rubbish that they're trying to, put their hands in our cookie jars from. And let me not go into the whole tax discussion and tax scenario, because tax, it can be useful for governments to help economies grow if that's what they use the money for. But instead, there's a lot of banking into own private pockets, okay, which means that the tax money is being defrauded from us as individual retailers to benefit them and improve their own overall wealth and well-being. That's bullshit. That is the biggest case of fraud in the entire history of humankind, guys. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. One of the last articles here, because the adoption is just going to keep carrying on, guys. Sony Network invests in Japanese Web3 startup to spur mass adoption. The deal includes an investment of $3.5 million, a Sony executive, to start Tail Labs, and on collaboration on Web3 tools for mass adoption. This is amazing, guys. Developers and users need to understand blockchain tech stacks when interacting with Web3. We want to provide smooth experiences for general users, and this tool will allow them to interact with the space without even knowing it. This is how powerful cryptocurrency is, guys. Metaverse is. Web3 is. Web3 is going to completely obliterate, it doesn't mean that Web 1 and Web 2 don't exist, but it's going to obliterate the user quantity and let's just say the user liquidity, because users will minimize using Web 2 and Web 1 over time, as most users from Web 1 are now Web 2, which is our current internet, okay? But Web 3 is going to be an absolute explosion, and eventually the whole world will be using Web 3. So we're still early, and that's why I'm going to show you right now in this chart here, okay, exactly where we're at in the Bitcoin journey. Okay, so on my video yesterday that I did here for you guys, Crypto King, the Crypto King is rising. That's Bitcoin. Make sure you go and watch that video before you come and finish watching this video. And in the meantime, if you guys want to trade this with me, you guys know that I have my Bybit and Bitflex links down below. You can get a $30,000 deposit bonus, and you can also get $50 when you deposit $100 using the Bitflex link. So do not miss out on that. And please, if you're enjoying the video, of course, hit the thumbs up for me, guys. I'm bringing awesome content to you on a daily basis. And I love the respect and the energy that my community gives and shares. So keep on keeping strong and keep on commenting on my posts, guys. You really help the community grow. So thank you to all of you. Now, guys, let's go and have a look at this, because I showed you a few different indicators on this video. And actually, the title of this video was going to be these 6 signals are telling us where Bitcoin is going. So go and check that video out. Make sure not to miss that. So I'm going to bring one of those very, very specific indicators into this right now, along with the one indicator that I do currently have already being used down below. Okay, let me reload there so that this actually works nicely. Okay. No, I don't want this chart, BTC USD. I want the Bitcoin spot crypto. I want this chart. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to go and add my 10 EMA, 10 moving average. Okay, now let me remove all of the little bits and pieces there, because those things are not, I don't want these things. Okay, all right. So this is the 10 moving average, and this is the monthly chart, okay? So right now, you guys can see that the moment we're above the 10 moving average, we fly to the moon. The moment we're below the 10 moving average, we break below. But look at this. Not once in the history of Bitcoin have we actually broken too far away from the 10 moving average. If you can come all the way back to the beginning here, okay? Look, we were above the 10 moving average, we shot to the bloody moon, and that was miles away from the 10 moving average. But every single time we broke below the 10 moving average, we actually held pretty close on that moving average line. Okay, so the same thing here. Boom, we pulled back to the moving average. Then we smashed through the ceiling, okay, back in 2014. We killed it. Just like there, we killed it above the moving average. But when we pulled back to we had to pull back to the moving average. So, of course, this is such a great signal for us to actually use over the long term, guys. And that's why I'm giving this chart and this signal to you guys, because look how far we had to pull back. And let's do a little bit of a percentage. From the top to the moving average was about let's just round it off to about 60%. It was a 60% pullback just to the moving average. Now, if we shoot on the next bull run this far away from the moving average, you guys need to know, get your fucking sell it into the USD or the stable coin or USDT, whatever it is, Tether, USDC, whatever it is that you want to sell it into. But essentially, you want to take some profits so that you don't ride, you know, if you ride up from $10,000 to $100,000 and now all of a sudden you go from 100,000 back down to 50,000, that's just stupid. Like, I've been through that myself and I won't make that mistake again. Okay, so now check how low that we pulled below the moving average. Once we got there, we also pulled about 70% below the moving average. But look, once we got above it, look how insane the rally is to the upside. Now, I believe that this next rally that we're going to have is going to dwarf this insane rally that we had 2015 to 2017 kind of scenario, which was 27,000% gain on Bitcoin. Mad. Okay. Then it pulled back from the top to the moving average. Look at that, ironically, 57%. It's the exact same as 2015, guys, 2013, 2014. Guess what? Let's go and work out how much it moved from when we were under the moving average, okay, to the bottom range. Guess what? 60%. It's almost the same as the other one. Okay, then we pumped up again here. We got very high above, and then we had to pull back again. Let's go and see that pullback. This pullback to the move to the moving average was then 42%. Then underneath was 50%. Now look at this crazy, insane rally that we've made from there, guys. This insane rally went from boom right here to there, 844%. So by all means, it was nowhere near the 27,000% gain that 2015 kind of brought everyone. Okay, but guess what? Have a look at this. From the all-time high back to the moving average gives us a 45% pullback. Now guess what? When we fell below the moving average, where did we come to? We've now come to the most extended point on the moving averages on the monthly time frame that we've ever been in. It's like an arrow being ready to be pulled back and ready to fire. Okay, it's been at the tightest it's been, and the tighter and the harder that you pull it back, the further and more velocity it's going to have to power forward to its target. Okay, now I said to you guys yesterday, I think Bitcoin is going to smash through the all-time high by the end of the next bull cycle, and will probably at the very, very least have a $180,000 Bitcoin. Guys, today we're sitting at $30,000. That's a 5x. So if you invest $1,000, by the end of next cycle, your $1,000 would have converted into $5,000. I'm pretty sure that will do all of you absolutely amazing. Okay, now one thing I want to go and show you, because right now on the monthly time frame, look at where we are at. We are now pulling above the moving average. We've now closed 1, 2, 3 monthly candles already, and we are about to close our 4th monthly candle above the 10 moving average. Guys, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By October, I see us having a crazy start to the bull market. Okay, I do believe, so I still believe that between now and the Bitcoin halving in April next year will be your best accumulation points. Okay, I do believe that. I would not accumulate from anywhere from this breakout level. I would not accumulate anything going up this. I would just sit back, wait for the rally to happen, see that there's an overextension where candles start to look like this, the RSI comes oversold, we're far away, and then that's where I would say, guys, I'm out. I'll sell my crypto, and then I basically will bank into Bitcoin and Ethereum at that point. But at that point, I'm also going to make sure that I'm protecting my net asset value, which means I'm not going to let my Bitcoin go down. I'm going to store some powder on the side, and then I'll wait for it to actually consolidate in this kind of pattern, because you can see that that happens every single time. And then at that point, I will make damn sure that I reinvest that money back into Bitcoin and Ethereum and wait for the next cycle to happen. So hope you guys are enjoying this video. If you are, please smash a thumbs up for me. I'm almost done here. So guys, you can see that this candle is basically almost like an indecision. It's not an indecision candle, but it's a candle to say that we're reversing. But the monthly's coming up to the point on the RSI where it's looking a little bit oversold. But look at the point from where I said that we started to make the rally from down here all the way to the top point. We only got told to sell on this candle here. Okay, so if that was to happen, guys, okay, the RSI started its bull run already back here at this candle. This was the bottom, November last year. And in fact, July, where was it? June, yeah. June was the bottom. So for me, BlackRock this month actually made a stronger bottom for us, okay? Doesn't mean that they're not going to pull it back. The ETF hasn't been registered yet, and it's probably not going to be registered at least in the next month, okay, it's probably going to take a couple months for it to actually go through registration, clarity, regulatory guidance, etc., before it comes into place. Now, by that point, okay, I'm just going to work on an 800% jump from where we currently are, and I'll show you in a moment. And then I'm also going to show you a 27,000% pump, because for me, we're probably going to be somewhere between the 800 and the 27,000. I know that's a big, vast difference, but I want to give you an idea of the velocity that I was talking about with the arrow on how this can actually pump in the next bull cycle. Because if we literally for, I mean, this was 2 years that the RSI on the monthly time frame literally sat above the at the oversold level. 2 years, guys. You literally waiting, chilling there for 2 years while Bitcoin does its thing and rides the money. And then the moment you see it start crossing, you're like, oh, it's time to sell. You get out. You take your profits. Because if you don't take your profits, you're going to lose that money. Okay. You're going to lose it on paper, but you won't lose the physical coins is what I'm saying. I'm sure you guys know this already by now. So you can see that we're above. We're waiting for this to confirm that we are looking for a nice juicy pump to the top side here. Now, guys, let's go and see 800% from currently where we are. Okay, 800% currently from where we are. It was 863%, I think it was. 800, and there you go. 863% would give us a $280,000 Bitcoin. Maybe it will take 2 years. Okay, so maybe by the end of 2025, it would look like this. 280,000. Now from 280,000, okay, a 50% pullback would bring us back down to about 132,000. An 80% pullback would bring us back to the all-time high. Isn't that exactly what Bitcoin does all the time? That would bring us back down to $60,000. You see what I'm saying? So why would you lose your money from the top here all the way back down? You should sell, take some profits, wait for it to pull back, buy some more. Okay? So instead of having one Bitcoin up here, you take your profits and you now can buy 4 Bitcoin down there. And then you wait for it to shoot back up and do the same thing over and over and over again. It's that simple, guys. Now, the last thing that I want to show you in this video, okay, is if this had to do a 27,000% gain, okay, rally from where we currently are, okay, 27,000% is not even going to be on this chart, guys. I'm going to make you shit yourselves right now, okay? A 27,000% will take us to a $10,400,000 Bitcoin. Holy shit! That is mad. Okay, now I have to actually do the math for you here as to what the market cap could potentially look like. Keeping in mind that on my video here, I did $27 trillion in assets could be looking to come into the space. Okay, 27, so we said 10 million, let's just call it 10,500,000 per Bitcoin. Now, I don't think that's going to happen now. I think that could happen by about 2032, 2033, guys, in that bull cycle. Not now, in that bull cycle. So maybe 2 to 3 cycles from now. 10,500,000 times by 21 million will give us a total of a $220 trillion market cap just for Bitcoin. Now, by the time 10 years passes by, okay, between now and then, do you think the US government, and I actually have to go and show this to you, the US debt clock, okay? Do you think the US government right now could literally take their $31 trillion that is in debt, plus all of those companies' liquidity of debt? I mean, we're probably looking at quadrillions around the world that would essentially come into the space. Now, why isn't my US debt clock coming? Hello? Where are you? Okay, guys, it's not coming here, so don't worry about that. Just remember to like the video while I'm getting this for you. I'm going to show you here very, very quickly. Oh, it's usdebtclock.org. That's why. Okay, so basically, the US economy is currently in $32.2 trillion debt. Okay, so it's not showing up here. Let me 1, 2, 3 usdebtclock.org. Okay, they're in $32.2 trillion worth of debt. Now, if the liquidity of 27 trillion from those companies total plus American debt of 32 trillion, okay, that's now we're on 60 trillion already in just their two total debt. The rest of the world are already investing. There's Bitcoin ATMs across. There's countries that are adopting Bitcoin, and literally there could be, in fact, what is the total? I think the total global asset value market cap 2023. I think I did this with you guys. Okay, so Bitcoin by in the next 10 years actually had to become the currency of the world. Okay, we could see, I think the world global market cap is something like 400 trillion. Yeah, you see now they're not going to even let me look at this. I think it's something like 400 trillion, and that could literally completely change. See, there's the 32 trillion in debt on the US debt clock. Let me just go and have a quick squiz at this. Here. Okay, so 108 trillion in debt. Okay, now I personally think it's probably a lot closer to about 400 trillion. 400 trillion in total market cap around the world. Okay, I did that on another video down in my video, so you'll have to go and watch my Bitcoin channel to go and see which video that was. Okay, but domestic companies listed on stock exchanges worldwide recorded as 108 trillion. Now guys, that's just companies listed on the stock exchange. That's not even including the circulating money, fiscal, printing, all of that kind of stuff happening in their books between now and the next 10 years. So guys, for me personally, that is insane gains. So let's just go and do a crazy calculation for you guys. So if we said Bitcoin would be $10.5 million divided by the $30,000 that it cost you today to buy one. If you just buy one, okay, you have 350x your money with Bitcoin, okay? That is insane for the crypto king, okay? So 350, I mean, if you invested $1,000 times 350, by that time, your $1,000 would be worth $350,000. How does that make you guys feel? Let me know down in the comments below, because I want to hear my community's thoughts about a $10.5 million Bitcoin. Guys, I've heard this. I've even heard $12.5 million of Bitcoin. And I did a calculation where Bitcoin could probably even smash even way beyond that. But if Bitcoin is adopted as the world cryptocurrency, as the world currency, instead of the dollar going forward, guys, we could see insane Bitcoin pumps and insane Bitcoin volatility. But in the meantime, we're still cheap as chips down at 30,000. So make sure you're dollar cost averaging fucking well for yourself and your family, protecting your money against the bullshit printing that all of the Treasury and the Federal Reserves are doing to debase your value and your currency, because you do not deserve that. You deserve the best quality wealth that you can have to protect your own wealth, and the only way that you're going to do that is with decentralized, open source, deflationary assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Thanks for being here on the video. I really do appreciate it. Let me know what you thought about this video down in the comments below. Appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one.